Hello and welcome to today's video. It's been a while since we were last updated with any news from this channel on Doctor Who and the production values of the next series. So what I wanted to do with this video is basically go through all the updates that are available to us on the internet for filming and production for Series 13 of Doctor Who and when it'll be on TV and all that. For a variety of different reasons, I will be pulling sources from different news articles and what I've heard over the last few months and updates from the showrunner in order to provide us with fully broken down, detailed video the subject matter. So the first piece of information that I am pulling from is a news article written by Radio Times on the 17th of March, and it basically goes through when it'll be on TV, what could happen in the next series, and who is possible for returning. Now obviously with the COVID situation being halting a lot of BBC productions and TV shows, I feel it's only right to do an update like this. So the article continues, will Jack be back? Will there be new companions? And will there be Daleks? Everything you need to know about Jodie Whittaker's next adventure. Fans are having to wait a little while longer for Doctor Who Series 13, but we're sure it will be worth the wait, because from what we've seen so far, it's looking quite exciting. But what can we expect from the upcoming festive episode, Revolution of the Daleks? Will Season 13 be delayed because of the coronavirus, and can we expect the return of Captain Jack? While a lot of Series 13 remains under wraps, a few key details have been revealed already. Here's a few of the most crucial details we've learned about the 13 Doctor's continuing adventures. When is Series 13 coming to TV? While there hasn't been an official announcement, Radio Times understands that Series 13 is planned to begin filming later in 2020, possibly September or around the autumn time, followed by the usual 10-month shoot. Following from this, Doctor Who is expected to return to BBC One in an autumn 2021 slot, possibly in the same October-December time slot as the 2018 series. Radio Times understands that the ongoing disruption caused by the coronavirus pandemic has yet to affect Doctor Who filming, which was planned to begin a few months in the future anyway. At the time of writing, Doctor Who filming is still planned for the autumn, though this could change depending on the nature of restrictions going forward. Chris Chibnall has previously told EW about the air date, saying it will be next year sometime, hopefully, unless my holiday goes on for a really long time, which is always tempting. Chris Chibnall previously told EW. Prior to that though, Chibnall revealed that we can expect a one-off special expected to air in late 2020, which leads on to my next point, which is, will there be a Christmas special this year? Chris Chibnall has confirmed that a festive special called Revolution of the Daleks is coming in either late 2020 or early 2021, though at the moment the scheduling hasn't been finalised. I don't know when they're going to put it on yet, otherwise we'd tell you, he said. But rest assured, the Doctor and her friends will be back for a one-off extended special around Christmas and New Year. There will be Daleks, there will be exterminations, thrills, laughter, tears, you know, the usual. See you at the end of the year. Given that the last festive special was aired on New Year's Day 2019 and Series 12 began the same day a year later, it seems likely that Revolution of the Daleks will be released on January 1st also, but who knows, maybe a shift back to a Christmas special is planned instead, especially given production challenges now faced by other dramas thanks to the coronavirus. As we really know, all we really know about the special at the moment is that the Daleks will be back alongside Whittaker and companions Bradley Walsh, Tosin Cole and Mandip Gill, with Nicholas Briggs returning to provide the voice of the Daleks. There may also be a role for the Rhino-like Jadoon, who imprisoned Jodie Whittaker's Doctor at the end of Series 12. It's already been filmed and I was on set for it, Dalek voice actor Briggs told Radio Times. It certainly wasn't a single Dalek, and there were quite a few interesting challenges and some interesting location works as well. Working with the Daleks was brilliant, and as series star Mandip Gill, they never get old, and it seems so long ago that we did it the first time in the 2019 special Resolution, working with iconic monsters and whatnot that people associate with Doctor Who makes it feel more cemented in the series. One clue for what to expect from the special could come from mysterious Dalek scenes shot in late 2019 in Bristol, which saw the Doctor's greatest enemies apparently attacking each other on Clifton Suspension Bridge. This could tie into a resolution of the Daleks title, one group of Daleks rising up against another, so perhaps we'll see a Dalek civil war when Who returns at the end of the year. All I can tell you is when the caption came up at the end of the last episode saying it was Revolution of the Daleks, that was news to me, because when I read it, I just had a couple of numbers. When I read it, it just had a code number on it, so I didn't know what it was called. Briggs told Radio Times, but it was very opposite title. It fit perfectly, but not in the way you'd think. I can see why they've called it that. Series 12's final scenes also provide a clue as to how the adventure will start. Seeing the Doctor trapped in a Jadoon prison as her companions landed back on Earth, we're sure it won't be too long until they're back together again. Will the coronavirus affect Doctor Who Series 13? The COVID-19 pandemic is shutting down all sorts of TV productions, but at the time of writing there's no indication it will materially affect Doctor Who. As noted above, Doctor Who Series 13 filming isn't planned to begin until the autumn of 2020, and festive special Resolution of the Daleks has already been shot ahead of its late 2020, early 2021 air date. I think I'm allowed to say it's been filmed, Mandip Gill told Radio Times. Just absolutely by pure luck, I guess. It's the way it always films. They filmed the special with the series. Of course, the lengthy production work required in making the special, including additional dialogue, ADR, editing and VFX work, is still being completed, as Chris Chibnall revealed in a recent Doctor Who column. Post-production continues on Revolution of the Daleks, he wrote. Our brilliant teams are working remotely on the visual effects shots and sending them in. Nothing brightens the day like a new FX shot in your inbox, no matter how early the stage it's at. Still, overall, Doctor Who is in better shape than many other TV shows at the moment, with the next special already in the can and the upcoming filming schedule yet to be disrupted, so keep hopeful. Writing and planning for the next series continues at pace. Chibnall added, stories are forming, writers are writing, conversations keep going, plans continue to be hatched. This also introduces whether Whittaker or Walsh will be leaving in Series 13. The current incarnation of the Doctor, Jodie Whittaker, has confirmed she'll be back for the next series, returning alongside Chris Chibnall for a new series of adventures. I'm doing another season, she said. That might be a massive exclusive that I'm not supposed to say, but it's unhelpful for me to say. I don't know, because it would be a massive lie. However, it's less clear whether companions Bradley Walsh, Tosin Cole and Mandip Gill will join her, with rumours swirling of one of the TARDIS team jumping ship before Series 13 airs, though all three are confirmed to appear in the upcoming festive special. Cole and Walsh's involvement are particularly in doubt, with the pair rumoured to be leaving at the end after the special, having booked big TV roles in US legal drama 61st Street and a remake of The Daring Buzz of May, respectively. According to the rumours, the series would continue with Mandip Gill, Yaz, and possibly one or more other new companions travelling alongside the Doctor, with occasional guest appearances from Cole and Walsh. I'd love to come back, Gil said previously, but again, because of the secrecy, no one ever knows what's going on. I'm just happy to have been a part of 2 series, he said, and to have been able to explore Yaz, but I would love to be part of it, he emphasised. Meanwhile, Sacha Dhawan has said he's open to returning again as the Doctor's nemesis, the Master, assuming the fans are keen to have him back. Obviously, I'd love to come back and do it, if they asked me. That is, it all depends on how episode 10 goes down. So far, the fans like it, but the character's so unpredictable. It's whether or not they'll enjoy this facet of character. Fingers crossed. Towards the end of series 12 finale, there was also a hint at the Master may have escaped certain death. All of you through here now. He can be heard shouting as the death particle activates, suggesting that he may have shepherded his new cyber army into a waiting TARDIS and escaped from Gallifrey. Now, this is an interesting piece because obviously with Fugitives of Judoon, John Barrowman had a small but impactful role, and it was kind of left open for a return possibly in the future. Many people are saying he'll return in the Christmas special or the New Year special, depending on when the BBC put it out. But it goes on to say, the surprise will John Barrowman return in Doctor Who? The surprise comeback for John Barrowman, Captain Jack, was a fan favourite moment of Series 12, but could Barrowman return again for his long-awaited reunion with the Doctor? I mean, if they ever ask Jack back, I'll say I'll come back to Uncle Pat. So, I'm told, hopefully I'll get to work with Jodie. That would be incredible. But again, I don't want to say too much about what the plotline is, because who knows? Who knows what will happen? He says, I'll be watching if she needs me, I'll be there, Barrowman added. So, it's kind of left on a cliffhanger to see what happens. You can read all about it. You can read into it all you want, but I'm not going to say anything. Later, Chibnall noted that we categorically wouldn't see Jack in Series 12. But who knows what he might come up again. We love Jack. We love John Barrowman. I hope that won't be his last appearance, that at some point he gets to meet the 13th Doctor. But could this be a hint from Chibnall that Jack will appear in the Christmas festive special? Fans have noted that in 2018 the screenwriter used similarly evasive language to say that no classic monsters would encounter Whittaker's TARDIS team in Series 11. Later, when a Dalek appeared in 2019's New Year's special, Chibnall could claim he hadn't technically lied, given that the special was separate from Series 11. And if he's using the same trick again, fans might well expect to see a visit from Jack this Christmas. And well, what could happen is plot details for Series 13 have remained unknown as of this moment, though Chibnall has revealed that clues about what to expect are present in Series 12 finale. If you know where to find them, and apparently the plan for the next series is big and ambitious. We are planning the stories, Chibnall said. Once you see the end of the series, you'll realise there are some stories where we're already setting in train for the next series. We have a big ambitious plans for our third series together. Series 12 concludes with the Doctor arrested and imprisoned within a Judoon prison, which suggests her escape and reunion with her TARDIS team will form part of the upcoming Christmas special. Other revelations in the finale episode, the timeless children, that the Doctor was a being from another dimension who was harvested by the Time Lords for regeneration and subsequently lived countless lifetimes that were later removed from her mind, are likely to be picked up in Series 13 itself. Perhaps we'll see the Doctor investigate her past self and work out what missions she completed for the division or where she came from in the first place. It also seems likely that we'll see more from the new incarnation of the Doctor, Joe Martin, introduced in Series 12 episode Fugitive of the Badoon, alongside Barrowman's Captain Jack, if he makes another comeback. Who will write Series 13? Series showrunner Chris Chibnall has confirmed he'll be back in charge for Jodie Whittaker's third series, following earlier rumours that he might leave the sci-fi drama behind. I do know I'm coming back for a third season, Chibnall said. Yes, absolutely. It's currently unknown whether other Series 12 writers like Vinay Patel, Pete McTeague, Ed Heim, Maxine Alderton, Charlene James or Nina Medhever will also return, or whether Series 11's Mallory Blackman and Joe Wilkinson could make a comeback. So that's just what we know of Series 12 so far, with more information coming soon. In fact, another article from Radio Times entitled Series 13 begins filming in autumn of 2020, which would suggest September-October production time or filming, possibly September, maybe early October. Radio Times understands that a Series 12 special will be followed by new episodes next year. Doctor Who's next series is planned to begin filming in the autumn, aiming for a 2021 broadcast. Speaking at the Gallifrey 1 fan convention, producer Tracy Simpson suggested that shooting would start on Series 13 in September. Radio Times understands that while a September start date has not been officially fixed, Doctor Who is expected to go back in front of the cameras in autumn 2020. This would mean that the series would premiere next year, though again an exact transmission date has not been officially confirmed. Though filming itself might not begin for several months, Doctor Who will be in continuous production from now until then, with post-production still being finalised on the final episodes of the current Series 12, to be followed by pre-production on Series 13. A special has also already been confirmed to air at some point after Series 12 is finished, likely during the festive period. Whittaker has confirmed that she'll star in the next series, telling Entertainment Weekly in January, "I'm doing another season." That might be a massive exclusive that I'm not supposed to say, but it's unhelpful for me to say I don't know, because it would be a massive lie. Chibnall will also be returning as showrunner, dispelling rumours of his exit last year. "It's categorically untrue that I'm leaving," Chibnall told Radio Times, and other press during a visit to Doctor Who's Cardiff said. "We're already planning the next series after Series 12. It is currently unclear which other regular cast members might be joining Whittaker, with the status of Bradley Walsh, Manjit Gill and Tosin Cole still unclear. Recently, Cole was cast in US courtroom drama 61st Street, playing a lead role in 2 8-episode seasons. Doctor Who continues on BBC One at 7:10 on Sundays. This was an article that was released in February of this year. And then the final article that we are going to dive into is Series 13, will there be any filming delays? Now obviously coronavirus has put a halt to most, if not the majority, of productions for BBC, Channel 4 and all the rest, with only a few TV production dramas starting up in the last week or so. So this was published on the 2nd of June, and it goes on to say, when we think about the future of Doctor Who on the air, the one thing we know for sure is this: the series is for many a beacon of hope in a tough time. It's a chance to get away from the world and see something a little bit more inspirational. Yet, is there going to be a chance to see the show back around before too long? Well, the first thing that you should know is that there is going to be a holiday special still either later this year or early next year. We know that this is happening due to the fact that it's already been filmed. You don't have to worry about anything there at all, and hopefully that will help to make the season a little more fantastic. We don't necessarily think though that it will be themed around a holiday, though we would love to see Christmas with Jodie Whittaker at least once. As for season 13 beyond that though, there's that's where things start to get a little more confusing. For now, we're cautiously hopeful that there will be a way for production to happen at some point in the fall, or in the autumn, because I think this is a US site. If there is a way for proper regulations and safety, why wouldn't we want to see that happen? We know that originally the plan was for there to be a filming. We know that originally the plan was for there to be filming a little bit later in the year before the coronavirus crisis. While you wait for more Doctor Who, the best thing we can suggest is that you check out HBO Max. All the episodes of the series are available there, and that could be an escape for people during what is such a difficult time. What do you want to see when it comes to Series 13? And then I'll leave the video linked that I'm currently looking at in the description, and of course in the info cards. Be sure to share right now in the comments below. Also remember to stick around for some other news on the series with photo credit going to BBC. So yeah, I suppose with Doctor Who and productions like Top Gear and BBC shows only resuming there in the last week, it is kind of impossible to think about how the social distancing will work, what kind of how many scenes involve people in groups, and can they pull off individual scenes similar to what they did with Heaven Sent and Hellbent. But as for Doctor Who news and production updates on Series 13, this is about the most recent updates we have for the next series of 13. If there's more news related to Doctor Who about the next series, you'll be sure to find out about it. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and if you liked the video, click like, share the video on social platforms, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this relating to the COVID pandemic and TV production and all that, and I'll be sure to see what I can do. But until then, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon for another one. Bye bye for now.